Hello everyone, happy Monday. I hope your week is off to a great start and that you had a great weekend. It's finally feeling like spring here, so I'm outside. Hopefully the person mowing their lawn, it isn't too loud, but it's just so nice out, and I brought the dog out and I knew that she'd probably, with my luck, start barking and want to come in as soon as I started this, so I came out and joined her instead. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about the test of wills and the Jedi mind tricks that come from raising children, especially a toddler, mainly a 3-year-old. I think Scarlett's about to be 3 next week, and hey Megan, how are you? It's like she's a different child all of a sudden, and it's literally a test of wills and seeing who can Jedi mind trick the other one better. Like, I have to be on my game at all times with her. Hey Brooke, how are you? So yeah, it's been quite a I don't want to say trying, but interesting couple of days, and today in particular, it was me and her most of the day, and I don't know how many times I had to fight her to get in the car and to get in her car seat and to listen, really, which I don't do the whole, I'm the boss and you have to listen to me per se, but I have to get real creative with what I say to get her to do what I need her to do, because she is very strong-willed and knows what she wants, and most of the time it's not what I want. And lately I know it's kind of her acting out a bit, testing the boundaries and the limits and all of that. But yeah, you really have to be on your game with a 3-year-old. And I used to think, when I got pregnant with her, that I didn't need mom friends, that I had friends, and that it wasn't, it just wasn't something I needed. I didn't need to be part of a mom group or anything like that. And I realize now that you absolutely have to have mom friends when you have kids, because nobody else, if you don't have kids, you'll never understand what goes into it on a daily basis and how exhausting it can be mentally and physically in such a different way than you've ever experienced at any job ever, because you're dealing with a child, a toddler. 3 seems to be, like I said, she's not even 3 till next week, but I already know it's started, and it's definitely tough in its own regard. So I used to, be super naive and just think, oh, I didn't need mom friends and that I would be fine. And I realize now that I do, because not that I want to sit and complain about her or anything like that, but you need to be able to vent and compare notes and compare stories and laugh at the things that otherwise might make you want to cry, and the frustration of it all. And I think for me, being so naive, thinking that I didn't need mom friends or anything like that, was because I was so terrified of how my life was going to change. So again, I knew it was going to change once I, got pregnant with her and had her and became a mom. But I was so resistant to it, and I was so scared of it and didn't want my life to change, and knew that nobody could really prepare me for how it was going to change, because everyone's experience and situation is different, and nobody really can prepare you for how your life in particular is going to change when you have kids. And I think as moms, we're scared of that because we don't want to lose our identity. And after we do have kids, we try desperately to hold on to something from our former selves, so we feel like ourselves, so we don't feel like we've lost ourselves. And what I've realized in my own journey was that I needed to use it as a chance to, reinvent myself, and to not necessarily hold on to who I was before becoming a mom, because you're not the same person. Whether you want to think you are or not, I thought I was going to be, or I was afraid to change or afraid of change. And I can, admit now that I was totally naive thinking that way. But instead, using it as a chance to just completely reinvent and start a new chapter and not be so fearful of losing myself and losing my identity, and instead, creating a new identity and accepting the fact that, yeah, my life changed and it's totally different now that I'm a mom. And that's okay. It's great and amazing. I mean, shoot, she's given me some brain strength with all the mind tricks and the negotiating I have to do and the creativity I have to come up with. But yeah, I feel like we're very, we're stuck thinking that we don't want to lose ourselves. And we don't have to lose ourselves. We just have to create new versions of ourselves. And since it's so nice out today, I was very fortunate to spend the afternoon at the park with Scarlett and a very dear friend and her little girls. And we, could compare notes and, again, not just sit there complaining about, how hard it is to be a mom, but, vent a little and laugh about it and know that we're like in this together and we're not alone. And we're all going through the same things, and that it does get easier. And it's also, there's amazing moments too, of course. It's hard when they're little, and we're still kind of going through that transition of becoming moms and figuring out our new identities and being okay with letting the old identities go and not being so sad about it that you feel like you've lost yourself, but instead looking at it as finding yourself and recreating your life and looking at it as a blank canvas that you literally can paint any color you want and do whatever you want with it, and using motherhood and becoming a mother to kind of catapult you into that. And yeah, it's hard, but I've, realized that that's why it is so important to surround yourself with, like-minded moms and people who make you want to be better and do better and grow and lift you up, and not necessarily just sit and commiserate and complain about everything. And people who want to grow, because if you want to grow, that means you're embracing the change. And hey Katie, how are you? And it's all about embracing the change, and change is scary. It's the unknown, and anytime we're going into the unknown, yeah, it's going to be scary, but it can also be amazing. So I like to look at becoming a mom like my chance to recreate and reinvent myself in any way that I wanted, because my life did change. So why not start from scratch and do what makes me feel great and stop living the old life and telling myself the old stories. Exactly. Surround yourself with happy people and you will find yourself happier. Surround yourself with people, who want to be healthy, and it's easier to foster a healthy lifestyle yourself. And surround yourself with people who do want to grow and change and learn new things, and not just be stuck in the past or holding on to something that might not be even serving them anymore, and in the meantime just be draining you. And yeah, as moms, we got to stick together, because some days are tough and they throw you for a loop, and we're all learning as we go. So why not come together and lift each other up and make the journey a little bit easier, instead of, just complaining about it or focusing on the negative. There's good and bad in everything. That's life, and it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to be in a bad mood. It's okay to just not feel so great. You shouldn't ever ignore it. We're allowed to feel. We should feel. We need to feel and process and assess and figure out where we want to go from there. But definitely surrounding yourself with people who get it, who understand the dark days and the dark times and want to help you get through them, and then can celebrate in the good times and the joyful times with you. So yeah, that's what I've been reflecting on today after a somewhat trying day with Scarlett. I mean, it was great too. We got to spend the afternoon outside with friends. I will never complain about that, but it is a good test of wills, and keeps me on my toes for sure. And I see the importance in surrounding myself with people who get it and who, you know, help me through and help me want to be better and do better. So with that, I'm going to leave you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, and yeah, let's all stick together and help lift each other up. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.